Here I'm on the computer with the interface for GC1000. I'm gonna explain this for you. So when you are starting, you can have a fuel valve, stepper motor valve, wherever you want. If you want to have it on 0, like it's here, then have it on 0 or 50 or whatever you want. We have overspeed on this, so if the engine goes on overspeed, then it will shut the gas off. To get the right RPM, we need the teeth amount on the flywheel. Speed, this is optional that we have here. So if you have suddenly load off or something like that, and you don't want the engine to spike much over this 1850. So, and the shutoff valve will shut down, but the shutoff valve will come on again under 1850 RPM. This is so if the engine is going higher than that, we can shut the gas off it momentarily. We are using 1800 here in America. You can have it 1500 or wherever you want. Here is the stepper fuel valve, and here it will display your table, the number you put in the table. But because you have just X amount of boxes, the number can be different here from here because it's between rows. It will show you how much difference is there. So it's going from one row to the next one. It's gradually will go there, but the table will not show it, but it will show up here. Here is RPM. Here is the shutdown valve. We have a power to it or we don't have a power to it. We are requesting 1850 RPM. That means this number here. So if it goes above that, then we will cut off the gas momentarily until the engine comes down. Here's the frequency on the Mac pickup. Here is the current transducer. This number here, CT, is the number in the table, S-tune table, and that will display here. And here's the voltage that current transducer will send you as a signal. This is 0 to 5, so 100% load can be 5 volts or even less if you for example, this current transducer is 100 amp. The engine will only go to 80 amps, so we will only see here 3.9 or something like that. Here we have an exhaust temperature sensor. Here on this column here, it will show you what the temperature is. In here you can, if it goes to over temperature, it will reduce the fuel amount in percentage on the stepper motor. If you, for example, say 10%, you want a fuel reduction 10%, it will take the gas 10% where it was, and you say how many seconds you want it to be taking off until the system will try again. And then you have an overheat timeout. It will measure this time in overheat. We are gonna shut down because we tried twice. Here you can see communication port error. This means there's not a power to the unit. We put the power to the unit. Here's the power to the unit, and you see it's connected. and all the numbers come up. I put the teeth before. Now the system is ready. In this table I have preset the numbers for this engine. What is good for this engine to tune the gas table, like we can say. You will get it all 0, that means no gas is going to the engine, and we will increase that as we go, and we will not have a gas to the engine. Well, the engine is ready to run, and now I'm going to start up the engine. You can see the engine is heating up on the exhaust temperature. Everything looks good. For example, I'm going to show you what this current transformer is doing. So you can see here's a voltage 0.0. I'm putting 10 kW on the engine. You can see the current transformer detected that. It's 0.5 now, and if we add 10 kW load on top of that, it's gonna go higher. You will see on the other screen I have 2 multimeters. On the left side I'm measuring current from the diesel actuator, what he is doing. Also on the right side I'm measuring DC voltage that is going to the actuator to see it where it is. I also have here fancy indicator that normally people don't have to see what is happening. So the red line here is the speed. It's 1800 engine speed. The purple line here is engine exhaust temperature. And this line here is amperage. And then we have a blue line. That is the indication of the stepper valve, what it is doing towards the load. At the moment I don't have any gas to the system, but this is just to show you what will happen. For example, now if I put a 10 kW load on the engine, you can see here the amperes go up on the actuator, drops down a little bit on the speed, but the blue line here doesn't do anything. And 10 more, the diesel go up even higher to 1.1 amperage, but the blue line doesn't go anywhere. So to show you this, I go to the S-Tune and I'm gonna make up numbers. So if I take, for example, here, I normally take on both sides of the RPM, and I put 11 here, and let's say I put 17 here, and you can see the green dot here. That means the engine has load on it equals to 28, and it will move more load I put on it. I'm gonna change here. So now I have put number in the S-Tune, demanding with each load the engine will increase the opening for the gas, but like I told you a moment before, I don't have a gas to the engine. We will come to that. You can see here The stepper motor here, the blue line, is not opening. There's no load on the engine. I'm gonna put the load on the engine now. And you can see it opens up the stepper motor. And if we put the more, the stepper motor is following these numbers I put in here. Will open up, will close down, as we tell them. We are working on We are working on 0.9 amperage to the activator, 3.6 DC voltage to the activator. So that is one way to get the indication how much diesel is going to the engine. And if we fully load this engine, you can see on the multimeters that it will rise up. It's 1.5 amperage, 6.2 voltage, 6.8, 7.2 DC voltage, and 1.7 amperage. We take the load off. Now we have indication and what it is doing. Well, now I'm going to introduce the gas to the engine and show you how I do it. Now we have the gas to the system, and we go back here. I'm gonna put all these numbers on 0. Now we have everything on 0 here. You see it's 0.8 amperes, 3.4 DC voltage. And so if we put the load on the engine, you saw the diesel did raise up. It was 3.45 voltage to the activator. When I put the load on the engine, it's 4, so we know the activator is using quite a lot of diesel. We are going into the S-tune, and we put the load on the engine, and we know we don't have a gas on it, so I normally take columns here. We will open the valve for the gas. Let's see what will happen. We dropped it quite a lot. Now you can go higher. We took it down to 3.7. We increase the load. And we are in this column. We can increase that until we drop the activator voltage or amperage. I put 22 here. We are 3.9. So we are getting kind of flat line. Then we will add more load to it. We are here, 22. So if I add load to it, more. We are 25 kW. Then it goes up here. I can see the actuator voltage went up. I'm gonna keep it under 4 volts or around 1 amperage. So I go higher here. And now it's 0.9 amperes to the actuator, 3.9 voltage to the actuator. And you can see I'm holding it steady. So I would assume at least be 25 to 27 here. So we will add more load to it. Now it's here and it's 4.2 volt to the actuator. I think it's too high. I'm gonna keep it as 4 and under 1 amp to the actuator. So we will raise this. Let's see, we are getting 4.1 and 1. So if we go 29 opening, we are very close where we want to be. We are 4 volts and 1 amp on the actuator. I'm gonna populate these numbers into the same so it doesn't jump on me. We're gonna add more load. So it's around 4 now. And you can see it's opening on the same we request, 30. It's showing that. And we add load to this. There it goes. We are 4.4, so I want to lower that down. So let's try 34 opening. We went to 3.8 on the actuator voltage, 9.96. In my mind, that is a little bit too much. So let's try 33. We are around 4 and 1 amp there. So that's how you populate it. And I would say don't forget to save these numbers before you shut everything down. The temperature is on this engine is fine. I put the upper limit 375 under load. This engine doesn't go much higher than that. On a diesel, this engine go actually higher. On diesel than natural gas. This engine is actually cooling down on the gas that we have here, and other things in here. You have device monitor. You can monitor the speed here. Here's the speed. Here's the frequency. Here's actually what the stepper motor is doing. So I took the load off and the stepper motor stopped the gas flow to the engine. Other things in here, diagnostic, for example. Maybe we have an old logging. No. If you have over temperature, it will come up here. If you have some other overspeed and sleep, it will pop up here. And also you will have a yellow blinking light on the unit itself. And you can clear the log. Here you will have a timer on how long time you have run the engine. You can reset this timer for all of it. So if you have any questions, please let us know. I will try to make more explanation on this system for you if that is needed.